Bonjour, mes amis. So, we are going to continue on with a Bon Voyage where we were at with the vocab. I want to make sure you know this vocab. You seem to be doing well with it. I did notice a lot of you did not go on Quizlet, or maybe you did and you just kind of looked around a little bit. I want to show you a couple things on Quizlet, and then I want to show you a few things with your assignment this week. So, as far as Quizlet goes, oops, sorry, I want to go back to that. So far, congratulations. Who is it? Mo Berry, 5.7 seconds on the match. I know that that's your guys' favorite thing to do on Quizlet. So yes, you can definitely do that. That's a fun kind of activity for you guys to do. So congratulations, Mo. That's pretty fast. That's definitely beat me. I think I was at 15 seconds, it says here, when I just did it. But awesome job. Couple things. So flashcards, yes, you can go through the flashcards. You guys know how to do this. If you look at them, go through them. All right. What I wanted to show you, though, is the learn part. And I think sometimes we get stuck on the flashcards, you don't do the learn. So what they're going to do is they'll give you the English. I believe most of the time they give you the English, if I remember right. And then they are going to go ahead and give you some choices. So you got to pick which one it's going to be. Okay, and then you click it, and then they're going to tell you which ones you've mastered. That means that you've actually seen them twice and you got them correct twice. Okay, so if you're going through this and let's say you get a couple wrong, they're just going to kind of keep on giving it back to you again eventually. Okay, so I think the Learn tab is a good tab to be on. Again, I want you to know this vocab because we're going to start using it with some of our grammar starting again next week. And I want to make sure that as far as spelling and what they mean, that doesn't trick you up when we keep on going. So let me go back. And yeah, and there's the other ones too, the write, the spell, the test. You can do all those as well. But I think the learn one would be a good one to look at if you haven't been there yet. Okay, so maybe go to the learn one. I know you guys like match. Some of you guys like to play gravity too. So a couple things there. All right, I'm real short and sweet today, hopefully. If you have not done your assignments that were due or are due May 15th, I always record my videos a day beforehand. So if you haven't done them yet, you got to get them in, guys. Okay, there's only 4 of them. So it was the Quizlet and then 4 little assignments. This week, Friday, May 22nd. Oh, and also, if you don't see this video and you're like, oh, shoot, I forgot to do it on Friday, you're going to have to go back into the overdue section, okay? And they're in order for the most part. The ones most recent would actually be at the bottom because we're now into like lesson 7, right? So you're not going to go up to lesson 4. You're going to be down here. So anyhow, I want to show you that these are not that long. So they suggest that's going to take you about 32 minutes. That's give or take. And that's if you know the vocab. That's why we're doing the Quizlet ahead of time, right? So do the Quizlet. You don't want to be learning the vocab as you're doing the activity. Yes, the activity is going to help you understand and learn the vocab better, but that shouldn't be your first exposure to the words. And that might be why some of you feel like it's taking you so long. So I want you guys to get exposure to the words first through the Quizlet, and then you come on to here and you do it. Pretty much straightforward. It's the activities that would have been on the worksheet if I would have given you a worksheet. What they do, though, is they break it down into sections. So even though it might say that we have 4 or 5 activities, guys, that's just like if I had a worksheet that had 6 sections on the worksheet, maybe 3 on the front, 3 on the back. And they just break it up that way on this VHL, okay? So don't be overwhelmed or concerned that you see so many things. It's just because that's how they break it up. So like each section on a worksheet that would have different directions, they call that an assignment on VHL, okay? So that's what it is. And I've taken off quite a few of them. So even if it was a worksheet that I would have handed you in class, it's like I basically crossed off 2 or 3 of the sections. So anyhow, I want to show you, which one was it? Oh no, I'm sorry, it was the end one. Hang on. It was this one. Last thing, and then we are going to be good to go. Okay, so this one, they said for each drawing, you're going to hear 2 statements. Choose the one that corresponds to the drawing. Okay, so when you have the drawing, okay, so each one's going to have a different drawing and the numbers underneath it, they'll have a line separating them, okay? And you're going to just play it. You're going to listen to it. If you want to listen to it again, listen to it 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, whatever, that's fine. You don't need to listen to it just once. That's the nice thing, is that you can modify it as much as you need to, right? So don't just listen to it once. Definitely listen to it twice. If you need to hear it a 3rd or 4th time. In class, usually we do at least 2, sometimes 3 times. So you can do that too, okay? Again, you want a vocab list, you click on it. It takes you right to your vocab list eventually, okay? So it'll take you to vocab list. You can use that. Remember, it is the vocab for the whole chapter, so you'll have to kind of search, but basically it's this section right here, partir en voyage, le pays, and I think les vacances as well. That's pretty much where we're at. And illustration will take you back to those pages that were illustration as well. You want to see the book pages as well. They're right here. Okay. So real short, real sweet this week. Again, use Quizlet. Please don't just avoid it or just go on it just to do the matching. Okay. Let's explore it a little bit more so you get better with the vocab. And then just a couple little assignments on VHL, and then you're good to go. Again, if you have any questions, you're welcome to email me. I will talk to you later. Au revoir.